Hi everybody, it's me again. Yes, who else would it be? Today is the 18th of February and I am heading back to North Tasmania, back to my accommodation up there. It is 9:26 a.m. here in Australia, in Tassie. I have taken a different route to go home. I came through Hobart. I wanted to come through Hobart, and the entrance to Hobart was really nice. You go over a couple of bridges, big wide waterway thingy bobbers, you know. But as I got into Hobart, I thought, nah, I didn't really like Hobart. So I was going to pull over and grab something to eat, but I couldn't find anywhere, so I just followed the road I was on. And I just ended up somewhere where I didn't know where I was. So I just pulled over, okay, time to head north, plotted into Heybridge, and off I went. Started going, I started getting a bit peckish. I did have breakfast about 6 a.m, but it was time to feed the worms, so I found a place that my friend told me about, the Mood Food, an eatery, at a service station just north of Hobart, but they didn't have anything gluten. No gluten bread, no gluten free, nothing. So I just got a drink of water with lime juice in it, or was it lemon? I think it was lemon. And some banana cake that I have. So I just had that. By now I'm due to get up to Heybridge about 12 o'clock, but it just depends what happens between here and there. I might be in the Launceston, which is an hour and a half from Heybridge, where I'm staying. I know what I've got to do. I've got to take back some gluten-free lollies with me. Be nice to, I was in Launceston, didn't have time to look around Launceston. But I might have a good look now. As long as I get home back to Heybridge by 5:30, I'll be happy to watch Bold and the Beautiful. And then after that, I have got to watch Meredith's First Sight episode from last night, because where I was staying at the cabin, I couldn't get Channel 9 to watch it, so I've got to watch it before the episode tonight. So I don't know where I am at the moment. It's pretty dry here. Bit overcast. It's not overcast. There's some blue sky, as you can see. That banana bread hits the spot. I've got the gluten-free banana bread. It's good to have on the go. I get in the pack. You get five slices, which separately wrapped, which is good. And I had it with some water, sparkling water. The one thing I like about driving into Adelaide is they've got hills behind it, and with the clouds and the sun, they cast this nice little shadow on the mountains. And it was really nice, and there was nowhere to stop to pull over to take a photo. They should have a place. As I said, I don't know where I am. I'm just driving along. I'm a bit further inland than what I was going down, and I reckon when I was coming down there was roadworks, and I'm pretty sure I won't get caught in there was roadwork, but they weren't working on it because it was a Saturday. Hopefully I won't get caught in that. There was some roadworks just north of Hobart, and I was thinking that when I do move, I want to move to a very scenic area, I do like Tassie. What I've seen of it, I loved. I could have spent more time down at Port Arthur, because down that area, because there are so many peninsulas down there, so many inlets and outlets and things. It would be amazing just to spend the time to actually go through it. But I'm glad I went down. I'm glad I went to the Zoo and seen the Tasmanian devils, because I learnt about how they really are working on eradicating the cancer that these poor animals get. The cancer's just started from one female Tasmanian devil, and there's 2 strains of this cancer that they get, and it's spread, I think I told you, it's spread by saliva and blood. It's when they're fighting, and also when they're mating. I don't know, I've never seen mate, but when they growl and they probably scratch each other and probably gnaw, it just transfers over. But I'm pretty sure that I have seen maybe 3 or 4 dead Tasmanian devils on the road, and it's really sad. You know, they are a beautiful creature. They are only found in Australia, in Tasmania, but they're probably in other zoos around Australia. I'm not quite sure in other countries, because they've got to be careful with this disease. As I said in another video, where on the peninsula where the zoo is, they are disease free, and they're working on keeping it that way. Because we've got to keep, they are endangered because of this cancer, and we want to keep them around, just like any other animal in the world that is in danger of going extinct. It's sad, really. I know koalas here in Australia, they're losing their habitat because of development. It is sad. I know north of Coffs, there is a place called Sandy Beach, and they have kangaroos just wandering around the streets, you know, on the grass. It is amazing. Our national emblem is the kangaroo and the emu. And the reason why they are on our emblem, whatever thing, is because they can't go backwards. So as Australia is always moving forward. I don't think so sometimes with the way, I don't like politics. I don't understand how it works. It is just a pain. Okay, we have got roadworks. I think, are we stopping or what are we doing? I know it's slow. I don't know if we're going to stop. Now I just got to go to the right. We've got these arrows down there and got to go to the right. It's warm. When I left the cabin, it was a bit nippy. I had my flannelette shirt on. But when it got up, the sun's up, and I think I left down there about maybe 6:30ish I left. Because I had to get up. I washed up last night, had to put the washing up stuffs away. The place is nice and clean how I found it. One thing I've noticed in Tasmania is I have seen it in Queensland. I'm not quite sure about New South, but I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see it because they're actually just doing some roadworks. You got the white line going down both sides of the road. What they have got is bumps. When you what they are for is that if they've been driving for a long time and they've been really bad and naughty and they haven't stopped to have a rest, they get tired. And when they run over these little bumps, it wakes them up. And I tell you, it does. And I'm getting used to it down here. I'm not quite sure about the middle ones being, but I know on the outside. If I get past this road, if I get one up further up there, I'll run on the side of it. I may be able to hear it. They've done some road work and they haven't got the full lineage on the road here as yet. I'll move the camera around and see. I haven't seen any kangas. I think I've seen a wallaby on the road coming down, but I haven't seen any kangas out in the wild. There's plenty of sheep, but who wants to see sheep? This is a beautiful area. As I said, I want somewhere where it's beautiful, where it's spectacular, not spectacular, but it's got nice places to go, a park, a really beautiful park, because I thought it'd be nice to pack up a picnic and get my babies and just go for a walk and go and sit in the park. There is a park, it's 3 blocks from me in Coffs Harbour. But I don't think, on this thing about toilets, it comes down to my anxiety, because when my anxiety hits, it affects my bowels. I know we're getting a bit TMI, sorry, but what I put it down to is this gluten intolerance thing. Now I don't have that problem. I think the emu oil is also helping, because I will keep on taking emu oil as long as I can, because I'm pretty sure that's helping. And I know if I eat anything gluten, the other week I had a frozen meal, and of course it had gluten, but I've eaten it before, it was okay. But this time I had it, it actually made me tired. The next day I was so fatigued, I was tired, I didn't know what it was, and I put it down to gluten, because I did a Google, and it was the gluten fatigue. So I know it's TMI, but my bowels are good, and the sense is that I don't have to rush to go. But I still like to, when I go out, I still like to have a toilet handy in case you got to do a number 1. I don't want to rush home, pack up and rush home. I know when I was still with my ex, we went for a weekend trip to Yamba, which is a bit north of Coffs Harbour. Probably an hour and a half north of Coffs Harbour. And we're out there, doing a barbecue, and up there I thought, okay, I had to go to the toilet. And there was no toilets in this park. And I drove down. I thought, in the end, I went back to our motel and went to the toilet there. There was no public loos anywhere. That is so wrong. But even down here, it's trying to find a public toilet. I know yesterday when I was out looking and went for a drive, I went and got went and got a drink to have with my lunch, and I thought, okay, I need to go to the toilet. So I thought, okay, I'll see if I can find one. I drove up this road where I was going, and I stopped because of that end. I thought, okay, if worst comes to worst and I got to go, I was actually ready to get out and go into the bushes. And guess what? That stopped me wanting to go, because I don't think I could. You know, you ever tried going, when you want to go, you go into the bush and you want to do a wee, and it's hard. It is hard to do. I've done it before, ages. I was with my first ex. We were at the beach and I needed to go. He said, just go in the bush. I said, okay. So went in there, took the knickers off, and took a while because it didn't want to go out. Because you're not on the toilet. I think if you're really busting, yeah. It is too much, it is TMI, too much information. You know, our bladders and our bowels are, it's part of life. And it can be a pain. I mean, actually, there's no traffic coming down There's only traffic heading north on this. Is that me or is that weird? Yeah, they're widening up the road, so they probably have dual carriageways, 2 north, 2 south, and I am heading north. It's a nice countryside. As I said before, Tasmania is beautiful. This is really beautiful. But it's just, I need to be close to, because I don't own a car. I've hired this car. I need to be placed where, near shops, and I'll have to find a place to volunteer, which I prefer somewhere in the aged care industry. Close to shops, close to there, if there's a bus, yeah, that's it. So I can't be out in the bush like this, because then I would need a car. Can't I just pass heading south? Whoopie-doo. All these guys working very hard. Look at them, digging the dirt. And I tell you, these guys over here, they work very hard sometimes. I suppose they can't work too hard because they've got to work all day. They're out in all weather, in that heat. I wonder how they work in the winter down here. They probably wouldn't be able to work in winter because the road would be so hard. I don't know. I'll have to find out about that. Okay, now we've got the stoplights. Finally got the lights. So that is why we haven't seen any cars coming. As I said, I don't know where we are. I would love to see a kangaroo. I seen an echidna yesterday out in the wild. It wasn't out bush, but it's when I eventually found a toilet. I put into Google and I found a toilet, and I was there talking to a lady, and we seen an echidna, which is also a spiny anteater. They got these long tongues they dig out and they eat ants. I might stop this here till we get going further. Right guys, got through that road work. Now we're on 110 k's an hour. Nothing much happened since I last spoke to you about 5 minutes ago. Oh darn, I got a caravan in front of me. I got a car coming up the side of me. Oh yes, remember talking about those bumps on the side of the road? Well, they do have them going down the middle of the road as well, so which actually will stop you, will wake you if you're going over that road. I'm going on the road. Shouldn't I do this? Excuse me. I just had a drink of my drink. It's sparkling water. There's a lime in it. Beautiful. Much better than soft drink. Oh, it's more refreshing. And try it, sparkling water. And this one, I think it's got lime in it. Oh, it could be lemon. I know yesterday when I was out White Beach area, I went out to drive, I got this beautiful drink. It was lemon, and it had a lot of lemon in it, and it was really nice. I love the tanginess of lemon. It is amazing. Just gives you that oomph in it. Nothing much to see or countryside. They got these wires going down each side, which if a person going off the road, they will run into them and they don't go any further, especially if they go to the right. Remember, us Aussies drive on the left side of the road. And it's really weird when I'm watching, especially when Stephanie's out driving, she's on the right side of the road, which to us is the wrong side of the road. Actually, this car I'm driving, it's actually got a sticker on inside of the windscreen. It says drive on the left, which they need. You know, if a tourist from overseas, especially from America, who where you drive on the right side of the road, and they come over here, and what they do, they continue to drive on the left, on the right. I did once when I was driving cabs. It was one night I pulled it. I was coming out of this laneway, and I seen the bush. I thought, oh, that's the other side of the road. So what did I do? I turned right. I was going down. Next thing I know, this guy was flashing his light. I thought, what this guy's doing? Now I realised I was on the wrong side of the road. It was so easy. Lucky I didn't have a head on. There was no sign saying left, turn left, or arrow to turn left, so I just thought, okay, that's okay. I'll see if I can drive on the right. They haven't got them here. Let me see. They need, I did hear that a little bit. They feel like they need redoing. Seems like a lot of people have actually driven over them. Oh, there's a little kangaroo on the side of the road. When I was out driving around, I've seen, these dead animals on the road. And there are some that were too far gone to actually, not to help, but to get them off the road. But ones that were probably just hit, and I couldn't see they were really hurt, but they were dead, they killed them. I couldn't find a place to pull over where I could actually get up and get out and drag them off the road. Because that's what the Tasmanian devils do. They see roadkill. That is their food. They see roadkill. Come on, you idiot. No indicator. No bloody indicator. Sorry about that swearing, but he didn't have his indicator on. Yeah, I know he's got to turn. Well, it's going right, but still, you put your indicator on. Oh, these Tasmanians, it's not only Tasmanians do that. Maybe he was born in another state and brought it down with him. Oh, I just ran over. I don't know if you just heard that. So if I can do it again. Did you hear that just there? I don't know if you could hear that. Don't know if it was loud enough, but that's a noise. When I first heard it was years ago. I was heading up the Gold Coast, heading north of the Gold Coast. I was heading down where I was heading, and actually ran. I thought sugar. Scared the sugar out of me. It did. I was told that if you're drowsy and you're going to the right, the left, you hit that. But in New South Wales, Queensland, where I've seen it before, they only have it on the outside, not the inside lane. That's okay. This is a good chat. I'm getting closer to Launceston. I might stop in there for a sticky beak. What do I need? Do I need anything at cottage? At Heybridge home? No, let's see. So I can find a Kmart to get some gluten-free lolly. Some eggs would be nice because I've been cooking up I think I might, there it is again. I might wait and go to in the Bernie because I want to get some ham. What's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've got 4 nights. How am I going to do this? I thought of getting some more eggs and have scrambled eggs with my tea, but I've only got 4 nights, so I don't know. Well, because I usually use, when I do the eggs, I do, because I've got pineapple, I've got beetroot, cheese. I might get a potato. get something else to have. But it's nice. I have my beetroot, my cheese, my ham, pineapple, and a couple of scrambled eggs. Oh, really nice. And I'm loving the scrambled eggs not in the microwave. Oh, it is so nice. I don't think I need any fruit. I think I've got enough for the next. I might have a look. Do I have fruit? I think there's some in the fridge. I'm not quite sure, but I'll just wait and see. This is a long chat. There's some sheep over there. There seems more sheep down this end of the this way in Tassie. Then up north they've got cattle. Down here, maybe because the sheep are better in the cold. I know New Zealand have a lot of sheep. I think they've got more sheep over there than people. Joking. I don't know because they do have a lot of sheep. Sheep are good with their fleece, their wool. What do we got? Look, we come to some scenery. The scenery's all the same. Oh, there's a nice hedge. No, there's nothing much here. I might stop this, and if I get somewhere where there's a nice scenery, I will actually start it up again. So it's going to be a long trip. Well, it's 10 o'clock, and it's 10 a.m. that is, and it's 22 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty warm out there today. I haven't even got the aircon on. No, I'm feeling a bit warm in here. My babies are okay. They're asleep on the seat beside me. I changed them last night. Got them out of their warm gear. Oh, the aircon is so nice. I think I might stop that and see if the sheep are getting herded up with a truck. I think I might not go now, guys. I hope whatever you are doing today, you are having a good day. I hope your babies are there for you. Hope you enjoy them very much. That's what they're there for, look after ourselves. And don't worry if anyone talks down to you because you have dolls. Yes, we know they're dolls. We aren't that crazy, are we? Not yet, anyway. Anyway, but, you know, have a good day. Look after your babies. We have these babies for us because they make us happy. And that is the main purpose in life. Oh, it's 82 k's, 82 kilometres to Launceston. As I said, you do what makes you happy. If people do not like that you have dolls, if they put you down, then they are the ones with the problems, not you. You're helping your problems by having beautiful dolls. Yes, we call them babies because it sounds better. You know, I got two here. I got at home. You know, I was sitting there last night and said, I can't wait to get home to my babies. I haven't been able to watch any videos on YouTube, not the last couple of days, because I've only had my Wi-Fi, my phone, and I didn't want to use it all up because I didn't want to use it all up. So once I get back to where I'm staying, I'll be able to watch some videos, see how we go, because if I get home good enough, I might be able to watch Married at First Sight episode from last night. I hope it's online, because I could not find Channel 9 on that TV. There was no way there. But that's okay. I think that might go. There's nothing going on out here, and I will see you in my next video. And I said, look after yourselves. Love your babies. Give them all a big hug from Auntie Celys. And I'll see you in the next video. So what do I say? Have a good day, mate.